Yeah, YouTubers, Tazman here, bringing you another episode of Fantasy Grounds from the ground up. Character creation. I think that's the first time I actually say character creation, but it sounds a little better, I guess. However, that's what we're doing, is more character creation. Now, I was thinking about some of the past things I've said, and obviously we're down to our last one was human, so we have human variant, and then tiefling, and then we're done. However, in this side, we still have, we'll at least have one more, because human variant will be rogue. No, two more, and then sorcerer. Then we'll have warlock and wizard. So what we'll end up doing is our warlock will be a dragonborn, the wizard will be a dwarf, and we're just going to continue down these guys. Now, once we've finished all the classes, we'll have also gone through all the races, two of them twice. However, we won't have gone through all of the backgrounds, and I don't think there's any real reason to actually go through all the backgrounds. Maybe what I'll do is kind of have a video where we talk about each of these things. Instead of creating a character, we'll actually talk about each of the backgrounds and kind of go in depth in what they do and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'd like to know your guys' opinion. What you would like to see? But once we get done with the classes, I don't think there's any reason to restart classes with the barbarian and say, okay, this one will be a, what would it be? Probably a pirate, because all we really do with the background is we get an additional modifier. We get a little bit of extra equipment. We get a couple skills, but they're all preset. And we also get our personalities, traits, bonds, and flaws. So really, there's no reason to do that. So, having said that, we've done hermit, so now we are going to be making a noble, and we're going to be making a rogue, and it will be a human variant, as we said before. So one of the biggest difference between human to human variant is humans, they get +1 to all stats. Human variant, I believe they get +2 to one stat of their choice, or +1 to two different stats of their choice. We'll definitely look at that in just a moment. So we can go ahead and close these all up, and we will go ahead and create our new guy, and this one is just a human variant, so basically it could be the same thing as our other one pretty much. Let's just do another Smiteworks. Who have we used? Her. She's a human. She'll work. A human variant wizard, but we don't have to say she's a wizard. Alright, so this will be, how have I been doing this? I think human rogue, H-U-M, human, R-O-G-U-E. I think that's how I've been doing it. Druid gnome. Wait, nope, I've been doing class first. No, actually I haven't, because I have Dragonborn Barbarian. Wait, yeah, class. How have I done it mostly? Race, class, class, race. I haven't. I felt like I was doing it better than I guess I have. So yeah, all right. So we'll just keep rolling with whatever sounds best, how it rolls off the tongue. And to me, human rogue over than rogue humans, it just sounds better. So let's go ahead and move this. Let's roll our stats. By the way, I did get a comment as to why I don't apply the different thing, or why I don't apply my stats first. And I think I've said it before, not 100% sure. Let me just check who said that real quick. It was, where is it? I think it was TXC Boy 36. Yeah, so if I understand his question right, he's saying, why don't I apply, or why don't I put in my rolls first? and then apply the things. And though it's purely preference, I like to actually see the +1, +2, and then simply add that to whatever my roll is. However, if you already know, or if you want to pull up and see what attribute changes you get from your race or whatever, you know, you could do that too, and then you could decide what you want. However, I just like to do it this other way. So let's go ahead, we'll go and roll that not so good. We haven't rolled very good doing these things. I should maybe set up reroll ones. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. 9? Actually 11. Oh, whoops, that was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I delete one of these? Reset. If I hit no, that just, I think that just resets it. We'll just leave that so I don't do it on accident. So yeah, we've got a whopping 14 as our biggest. We got 2 12s, two dump stats with our rogue. Not the best character we've made here. I don't know, is it the worst? Have we had 2 dump stats that low? Alright, so let's go ahead, grab Noble, put it in background. So as you can see, the reason I do background first is because it will give us our 2 skills. We'll just leave that open because we need it. And then I do the class because this lets us choose 2 additional skills, and I don't want to overlap. Where normally I might choose, say, Persuasion for a rogue or something like that, and I don't want it to overlap. So that's why I do background first. Oh, I did the image, not the. There we go. So here you can see with the rogue you actually get 4 skills. And we're going to say probably acrobatics for climbing, definitely stealth, sleight of hand because usually they're kind of more sneaky. Seeing I might, what was the other one? Persuasion. See, I might have chose persuasion, however I already got it, and there is no double getting it. Let's see, so if we're doing sleight of hand, although, well, yeah, because as a rogue we're kind of sneaky. Usually criminal is what you go with a rogue. So a noble is kind of out there. It's actually kind of the opposite of what you might do as a rogue. Oh, actually I don't want to do that because then I lose this. Because a noble is more, you know, well, noble. So let's see. For our 4th one, I would say if we're a noble rogue, we need to be very deceptive. And there we go. Alright, and then our final thing is our human variant. And this is the one, of course, where we get to choose. So if we come down here, ability score improvement, it says 2 different ability scores of your choice increased by 1. Actually, maybe you don't get +2 to 1. You only get 1 and 1. So, as a rogue, we definitely will use Dex. So I put the +1 there. So I'm going to go 11 there just for now. Another 1. And we use, what do we use for like our, I think it's charisma, isn't it? Deception's charisma, stealth is dex, we've already increased that, persuasion's charisma. So I think charisma seems like a natural second one to increase there. So do a 11 there as well. So normally your ability score is automatically added in there. However, in this case, I don't think it will be. Oh, actually it lets us choose too. So let's go ahead and set this back to 10. I forgot that it did that. And 10. So we chose Dex and Charisma. And there we go. So that does the 11. Then we also get one more skill as a human variant, which is kind of cool. And what else? I want to do perception. Perception is always a good one. And then the other thing you get with a human variant is you get 1 feat. So we'll actually get a tap into the feats on this one and just kind of peruse them and see which one seems to make most sense for us. I usually use the feats more as a role playing aspect. So like with a rogue that is deceiving and doing did I do performance or deception and things like that. Sometimes I've done actor, which gives you advantage when you're trying to trick someone. I guess I should roll these after. I'm almost tempted to do it again, but that would be a little cheaty. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is definitely put, if we go look at the recommendations on the quick build, it definitely says Dex is your primary, Intelligence is your next highest. However, the way we're doing, and this is, I believe, if you're making an arcane trickster type rogue, where you can actually, what is it? You get some wizard spells. I believe that's why they're saying that. If you want to excel investigation, choose charisma instead if you plan to emphasize deception. So we're kind of doing the social interaction, which is very, very role play specific. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll put the 14 on our dex as it recommends. So 14 and 1 goes to 15, and that gets rid of that guy. Let's see. Then we really don't have. I guess we could do wisdom 12, and then charisma will actually be 13 because 12 plus 1. That gets rid of those. Now we have an 11. Oh my gosh. Let's put the 11 here. We'll have our intelligence be one of our dump stats with the 9. Or I did the 8 with the 9. And this one with the 8. Not quite a stellar character here. Why does that say +1? Oh, because that's our... never mind. Because it is +1. Alright, so that looks pretty interesting. We don't get any con bonus, so that gives us just the D8. So D8 is fine. And I think that is it for this part. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Alright, so now let's go look at our skills real quick, our abilities. So we get expertise. Now this is the cool thing with a rogue because you get double proficiency on 2 of your things. So you could be absolutely stellar at sneaking stuff, stealing stuff. So if we look at this, it says at first level you get to choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or 1 skill proficiency and a proficiency with Thieves Tools, because we do get Thieves Tools for opening locks and all that fun stuff. So that is also definitely a good thing to do. And it's doubled for each of those. Now you're actually able to do that. So if we go add our Thieves Tools, since we do know we do get Thieves Tools, go up to the top and let's type Thieves Tools. T-H-I-E-V-E, Thieves, T-O-L-S. I think that has an apostrophe in there, right? T-H-I-E-V-E-S. So this is the part I've said many times that, what do you actually associate this with? It could be intelligence. It could be, your dexterity, because Thieves Tools, you definitely have to, have to feel how that lock is moving and stuff as you're opening it and stuff. I usually assign dex to it. I know a lot of them you could just say, oh, it's how smart you are with using it. But I think there's also kind of that touch that you have to, that you really, you could read books till your face is, well, I guess your face would never be blue, but you could read books till your head explodes and still be very inefficient with Thieves Tools, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it as Dex right there. And we're proficient, but we're not only proficient, we are expert, or we are double proficient. So that will do that. And then I think stealth is what I also want to do. So there we go, stealth and Thieves Tools. I like it. And then at 6th level, we actually get to choose 2 more. Two more of your proficiencies in skills or with Thieves Tools. So it doesn't let you do any tool that you have. It just lets you do Thieves Tools. So that, I think that's pretty good. Alright, so we've taken care of that one. Let's go ahead and look. Position of privilege. This is more roleplay than anything. Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You're welcome in high society, and people assume you have the right to be wherever you are. The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure, and other people of high birth treat you as a member of the same social sphere. You can secure an audience with local noble if you need to. So yeah, purely role play. Retainers. If your character has a noble background, you may select this background feature instead of position of privilege. So it looks like you can select this instead of position of privilege. So you have the service of 3 retainers loyal to your family. These retainers can become attendants or messengers. So this says instead of position of privilege. So I think we're going to stick with position of privilege. So I think that would mean we need to delete this one. You can tell me if that's right. Then we have sneak attack. This is definitely one that is the bread and butter for a rogue, and gives you an additional dice, and that goes up exponentially almost as you level up. So that is definitely one that will have a spell power associated with it. And then Thieves Cant, this is one that just comes down here. Let's go ahead and add another language, and we'll just put Thieves Cant. Thieve apostrophe S. Is that how they? No, not apostrophe. It's Thievess and then apostrophe CANT. So there's our Thieves Cant as a language. Now I don't believe natively that Fantasy Grounds actually has Thieves Cant. Oh, actually, I don't remember if I've added that or not. But you can actually add languages. Just make sure that you spell them the same in both places. And then you can assign a script that it uses with that. So, we could choose Celestial, Draconic, Dwarven, Elvish. We're just going to use Common. This does not mean that anyone that speaks Common will actually make any sense of it. In some of my past videos, we've talked about that and have shown that even though a player might also speak, have the common thing, it will actually be kind of encrypted for them. So that is, you definitely, oh man, I don't think I only get 2, right? Oh no, I got, that's choice. We'll think of what that one is in a minute. So we get choice and one of our choice. So that is Thieves Cant, and we have that taken care of. We get a feat. So a feat is you get a feat of your choice. So we can come into can't read them all. Feats. So we have a whole bunch of feats that we can do here. Let's just do ones from the player's handbook just to keep it simple, because there is a lot. So lucky, for example, means that you get a re-roll on a 1. It's kind of like the halfling's luck. Linguist probably means you get an additional increase your intelligence score by 1, so that's kind of good. You learn 3 languages, so you actually get 3 more languages, and you can't You can ably create written ciphers. Others can't decipher a code you create unless you teach them. So that's kind of cool. There is quite a few of these, and I don't want to go through all of them. Let's just kind of look. Maybe athlete, although I think that's more based off your strength. That would increase our strength by 1, making it so we're still a -1. So that's really not that great. When you're prone, standing up only uses 5 feet instead of half your movement. Climbing doesn't cost you any extra movement, which is kind of cool, but you can make a running long jump or a running high jump after moving only 5 feet other than 10 feet. So that's the default. Dual wielder, dungeon delver, durable. Durable might be a good one. Increase your constitution by 1. When you roll a hit die to regain hit points, the minimum number of hit points you regain from the roll equals twice your constitution. Our constitution is 0, so twice our constitution is terrible. Let's see. Keen mind. This is probably an intelligence, and our intelligence is not so good. We could get it so it's a 0 instead of a -1. Mage Slayer. I think with Mage Slayer, you're able to, when a creature is within 5 feet of you, when a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature. When you damage a creature that is concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on the saving throw, which is good. You have advantage on the saving throw against spells cast by creatures within 5 feet of you. What's Savage Attacker? Is that a strength? Once per turn, you roll the damage for melee weapon attack. You can re-roll the weapon's damage and use either total. That's pretty good. What's Skulker? That kind of seems like a roguey. Oh, we need a Dex 13, so we have 15, so we're good there. You're an expert at slinking through the shadows. You gain the following benefits. You can try to hide when you're only lightly obscured from the creature from which you are hiding. When you are hidden from a creature and miss it with a ranged weapon attack, making the attack doesn't reveal your position. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your wisdom perception. I'm going to just do this one just because, basically. So I think, if I'm right, what we do is we drag this under traits. Or maybe feature. Oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong one. No, I'm not. I just need to go up. Oh, feats are up here. So I'm going to do Skulker. Bing, right there. And then I'm going to go here and say that I did Skulker. S-K-U-L-K-E-R. S-K-U-L. Is that how I spell it? S-K... Yeah, okay. So that's kind of how feats work. We also have skills. You get proficiency in one skill of your choice. That was the one that we took as our perception. Now, if we really want, we could delete this because we've already done it, but I'm just going to leave it there. Maybe even put what skill I put in there. This is completely optional. P-E-R-C-E P-T-I-O-N. Perception. Yep, I think. Then we have one gaming set. One type of gaming set. I'm just going to do cards. Deck of C-A-R-D-S. And I'll give my person that. And then I'm going to comma and take Thieves Tools and put it up there as well. Possibly, because I can't highlight and drag it there. Oh, man. I can't do that. Let's try this once more. I'm going to do Control X. and Control V, and then we can just get rid of this line. So armor, light armor, weapons, simple, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. Okay, it looks good. Alright, so now for our languages. So we get 2 of our choice. I'm going to actually do Undercommon, because I think as... is that how that's spelled, or is it with... yeah. I wasn't sure if it was 2 words. So, Undercommon, and then let's do Sylvan, maybe? S-Y-L-V-A-N. And I'm not sure how that's spelled either. S-Y-L-V-A-N. Perfect. So, I think Sylvan kind of seems like the Elven or the kind of special language like that. I like that. And Undercommon, with our secret life of being kind of more of a shady person, we've kind of come into contact with Underdark people and stuff, I would think. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, so let's jump into inventory. So let's go to items real quick. And grab that. And then let's go ahead and add what we get as a noble. So we get a fine clothes. I imagine fine should pull that up. Look at that, clothes fine, beautiful. And let's do this real quick. CP, SP, PP, GP, and platinum. Okay, so there's our fine set of clothes. We get a ring, a signet ring, SIG. NET, a signet ring. Is that in here? Guild signet ring. Here we go, signet ring. We get a pedigree. I don't know if this is actually PEDIGREE. No, there's no pedigree. So what we'll do instead is SCROLL. Just a blank scroll, like so, and we'll do scroll of P. Actually, I guess not uppercase. PEDIGREE. There's that. And then we get a purse. I'm just gonna call it a pouch. I wonder if there is a purse. PURS. There's not a purse anyway. So POUCH. Hit enter. And go ahead and do that. And I think this is the only background that has more. I think everyone gets 15, but this one actually gets 25, which is kind of nice. So that will take care of that. Once again, we've done these in a past one. You just put them under notes here. The personality traits. I think the rules say you can do 2 of them. Most people just do 1. But you just put them in there, add your notes, add our alignment. I'm going to put our alignment as chaotic neutral, because why not? And let's see. Let's go ahead and get our other stuff here and see what we can get. Alright, as a rogue, we get a rapier, RAPIR. There's our rapier, right? Whoops, we're in the wrong. I always almost drag it back in here to let go, but that will create a copy of it. So if you do that, you can just go delete it, but I try not to do that. So if you just drop it out here, it opens as a window, which is much better. So grab a rapier. We also get a short bow and quiver with 20 arrows, or a short sword. I definitely want the bow because I want to be able to do ranged. So do bow. And it is a short bow. Just a regular, everyday little short bow. And then ARROWS, arrows. We get 20 arrows. And technically you don't need to have a quiver, but I like to have it be more complete. QUIVER. Especially if you're going to put locations and have things go in those locations. I think it's a lot better. We have a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. So that's pretty cool. I think maybe we'll go with burglars. BURGL, burglar. Let's see. So 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, candle, crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons or pitons, I don't know how to say that, hood and lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 days rations, tinderbox, water skin, 50 foot of hempen strapped rope. I think we're just going to go with that. So do that, and that adds everything in there. So very nice. Wow, we're at 30 minutes with this. Leather armor, 2 daggers, and Thieves Tools. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give us a deck of cards. Deck of playing cards. Nope, I think it's just called playing cards then. PLAYING. Playing card set. So we'll do that. We'll do Thieves Tools. THIEVE. Thieves Tools. Did those go in? Thieves Tools. I don't see the playing card. Oh, it's the playing card set right there. Alright, and then I'm going to do studded leather. STUDDED. I mean, why not? Technically, it's just leather. This just gives you 1 additional hit point. So, sure, why not? I'm nice. And then 2 daggers. DAGGRS, daggers. Although I probably wanted to just do dagger. There we go. So now you have the option here. You could actually, so as you can see, we have 2. We could just add a second one here. It does not increment this to 2, but only if your DM is really doing weight, then you'll want to increment that. Now, I don't think also if we do this, it went to 2, but it did not increment that. We could do that manually if we want. So now you can see we have 2 daggers. And I think that takes care of all our stuff. Our cards don't weigh anything at all. And I think that is it for that. Then we can do our notes. We already did that. And then go down to actions. The only real thing we have is pretty much just our sneak attack. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. Right here. Was it just sneak attack? Yeah, because our skulker didn't actually. I was curious. I want to see if there is kind of a skulker for feats. Actually, there might be. Yes, skulker. So if we do that, I have never really done it as a feat thing. So this will be feats. FEATS. So level 4, you're able to add another one. And it's always good to look at these because sometimes there might be an edit. So like if it says this gives resistance to like dragon breath or something like that, you need to know what one you are. For example, if you breathe fire, if you're a red dragon, or if you're blue for lightning, you would edit that little line to say lightning. In other words, it's not going to function properly. So we go here, we can get rid of that, we can do this. I do not think there are any racial traits for human variant, but let's just double check. Source. We're at 34 minutes. Oof. Human. I don't even see human in here. It is alphabetic, right? Am I missing something? H-A-H-E-H. Maybe it's called variant human. Maybe that's what I need. UV, no. I don't see it there either. Cleric, no. I guess there are no racial traits for humans nor human variants. Alright, so let's switch this then to rogue, and we'll at least get our class feature. Rogue to class feature and sneak attack. So go ahead and grab that one. We'll call this class features, CLASSFEATURES, and click here. We can get rid of the rogue part because we know we're a rogue, and that's pretty much it. Then anytime you're gonna go do your, if you succeed on your first attack, then you can actually do sneak attack on it, which adds a 1d6 at this point. And I think that completes our rogue. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget about the Great Big Game Giveaway. It is here. It has happened. However, this is yesterday. I had to think of when this actually releases. But yesterday, the current winners all were moved off. If they haven't claimed their prize, then they forfeit, basically. And anyone that has joined my Discord channel up to this point, send me a DM. I will verify that you're not one of the previous winners, and you can get a prize. So basically, now you just get a prize for joining my Discord. And that will go on, I think, for maybe 2 weeks. And then all those prizes will go back into the pool for just giveaways. And I will, depending on how many are there, I will start maybe doing a giveaway like a month or something like that. So that's it. And before I ramble on too much longer, I'm going to end and say, until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.